What's going on, everyone on YouTube? What is going on? This is Very Mellow Man, and welcome back to the Yakuza 3 remaster, because Jesus Christ, guys, this was a journey and a half. Like, going back to this after 0, 1, and 2 is just... how you unlock Amon is such a really huge... it's such a really huge thing in 3. I almost gave up trying to get Amon to unlock in Yakuza 3, but somehow I managed to complete all 118 sub-stories, as well as complete all the Hitman missions, but really, completing all the sub-stories is the real difficult part. I'm not even kidding with that, because with Amon, with 3, it's not just having to play the sub-stories. It's that the sub-stories you do play are so... the minigames in Yakuza 3 are harder than the others in the first place. But the worst part is that you have to play the minigames in order to get that far. Alright. Right. Like, my thoughts are... golf almost stopped me from completing the requirements to unlock Joe Amon in Yakuza 3, because like, requiring that you have to be good at the minigames in order to complete the sub-stories is very daunting for a lot of people. Good work, thank you very much. Sorry about this. I guess I'll have to do it at night, because I can't imagine any other prerequisite that would stop me from being able to do the final sub-story right now, besides the need to change the game's time of day to night. Like, again, I'm really sorry about that. I just thought we'd be able to start right away.
Kiryu-san.
And yeah, that is Rikia in the premium adventure mode. You have the ability to take Rikia with you when you get the premium adventure, no matter what you did. What do you want, sir? Go away. And the reason you're given the opportunity is because Rikia has some pretty good sub-stories in Kamurocho, in case you forgot. Earlier in my Let's Play, I did a whole video about it. And those are missable if you don't take him around Kamurocho in Chapter 6. So that's why you have the opportunity to have Rikia with you in the post-game, despite the fact that he cannot do so. Here we go. Yeah, had to be at night. Do you know of a man named Minamida? He's actually calling himself Dr. Minamida. Yeah, I know him. You do? What about him? While we're collecting information on the hitmen, the name Minamida came up. You mean Minamida is one of the hitmen? Well, no, but come on, what's wrong? We came across his name while we were hunting for information on a mysterious man named Amon. This Amon seems to be a hitman himself. He apparently works for some mysterious organization, and people say that if he targets you, you're good as dead. Actually, before we found out Arase-san was the man behind the Reapers, we thought Amon was the ringleader. We kept running the walls. Minamida is the only solid lead we could get. He was the president of a video company that went bankrupt. So how is Minamida connected to Amon? We're not sure yet, but based on the information we've gathered, it seems you become one of Amon's targets. We're certain Minamida is linked to Amon, so if he's a friend of yours, please be very careful. Got it. Sounds crazy, but the info is solid. Minamida doesn't act that strange, though. We'll just have to talk to him ourselves then. So, in case any of you are wondering why the requirements for unlocking Joe Amon in 3 3 requirements. I didn't actually mention that there are 3. The first is that you complete all the sub-stories. All 118 minigame gated sub-stories. The second thing is that you have to complete all the Hitman missions, for reasons that you just read about. The third thing is that you also have to complete all of Minamida's IR7 training, for a reason we're about to learn about. Kiryu-kun, good to see you. Have you come to play? That's right. What's going on? Sorry, Kiryu-san, but there's something I've been hiding from you. What's that? The truth is that I'm on the run. Not from a loan shark or anything. No. The man pursuing me is much worse. And I knew about you before you ever came into try my invention. How? The man pursuing me. He told me about you, and he's the one who commissioned the creation of this machine. You're talking about Amon, aren't you? You knew? This whole time? And you still played along? That's incredible. What does Amon commissioning this machine have to do with me? This machine was created with a single purpose in mind. Defeat Kazuma Kiryu. You. Amon visited my office approximately 1 year ago, requesting that I build a special machine for him. He brought with him a number of attaché cases filled with money. I refused at first. Our newly released YF6 was a smash hit, and as a result, I had more cash than I could possibly spend. But then, he showed me his blueprints. They were astounding. Blueprints for what? A truly incredible machine. It uses the person's experiences to enact battles within your mind with authenticity that rivals reality itself. I could scarcely believe it. It was a dream come true. Build a revolutionary machine, get paid to do it. I'm not one for mysticism, but Amon had what can only be described as a foreboding aura around him. The scars all over his body didn't help either. Naturally, couldn't refuse. Still, I deliberate for 3 sleepless nights till I finally agreed. But that Amon, he's an even more formidable man than I could have ever imagined. In what way? Amon played the first prototype I produced. I have never seen anyone fight like that. It was incredible. As I watched Amon play, the game generated locations from all over the world, and his myriad opponents were of all ages, races, and creeds. He slaughtered each of them. Think about what kind of life he must have led to meet and kill all these people. It's chilling. That's all the machine did? It's just a training tool then, isn't it? I thought so too at first. When he commissioned me, I assumed he just wanted to use it to train himself. It wasn't until he gave me the plans for additional features that its true purpose became clear. What? It contains a kind of feedback system. What's that? You've already experienced it. It analyzes the techniques of your opponents and helps you integrate them into your mind. Right, because we need to use sci-fi machinery to teach Kiryu how to spit a cigarette in some dude's eye before sucker punching them. That's real advanced right there. Amon wanted to use it to learn the techniques of one particular opponent, you. So those abilities I learned, they didn't just come to me through inspiration. Not quite. What do you mean, not quite? According to blueprints, the player should only be able to learn techniques used by their opponents. But you have learned techniques seemingly independent of the opponents you face. It's baffling. You have somehow pushed the machine beyond its programming. You defy explanation, Kazuma Kiryu. The human race is full of wonders. Why did you decide to run from Amon? One of the virtual opponents Amon had fought was a man he was hired to do a job for him and who he murdered once the job was done. I realized he eventually killed me too. Besides, my passion is creating entertainment. The machine Amon commissioned me to build was only going to bring more suffering to the world. I realized I had made a terrible mistake when I agreed to help him. He's a monster in human skin. Among the opponents Amon had fought, 2 had given trouble. One was an old man, the other was you. When I inquired as to who you were, he just grimaced and said, Kazuma Kiryu. You were one of the only ones who could stand to Amon. You were the one he built the machine to defeat. If I could somehow find you. I knew from the simulations that Amon had fought you twice in Kamurocho. Kamurocho was packed with people. I thought I might be able to escape both Amon and my creators there, and I'd have a chance of meeting you as well. I recognized you the moment I laid eyes on you. It was exhilarating meeting you in the flesh. You're a legend, Kazuma Kiryu. Don't you think that Amon knows what this place right now? No, I'm certain he doesn't know I'm here. He must not find them on Kamurocho. The time has come at last. Amon, what? Your time has come, Kazuma Kiryu. Waha. Evil laughter. It's been a long time, Amon. What do you want with me? The Amon clan does not look kindly defeat. Defeat is death. Those who are defeated forfeit the right to live. I have survived the survival. I have been cleansed by death. And I am still alive, Kazuma Kiryu. I am still alive. Words, hate, and loathing that begin to describe my contempt for you. First, I have to reduce and know thy enemy, and I know everything about you, your phone number, your friends, the people you died to protect, and getting their information was a true matter. What? Thank you for your help in collecting data on Kiryu, Dr. Miyamida. But I did no such thing. But you did. While you were snoring like a drunken sow, I extracted the machine's log data. I'm an assassin, Doctor. I know how to avoid waking the soon dead. Huh, the log data? That will do any good without my invention. You can't use the vehicle without it. Don't be a fool, Miyamida. You gave you the plans of the machine in the first place. It's not your invention, it's mine. Of course, I've already built one. Whoa. Why'd you bother having me make one? It was a test. I had to see if the technology would work on ordinary people, but you surprised me, Miyamida. And you're surprisingly skilled at hiding as well. The day you left was the day I planned to kill you off. Now listen to me, Kazuma Kiryu. I hold your fate in my hands. You understand what that means? I have the information, the ability to make everyone you care about die before your eyes. Amon, what do you want? It's simple. I want your life. But put any ideas of merely surrendering to me out of your mind. I want to watch you struggle, Kazuma Kiryu. To fight tooth and nail up until the very moment I crush you. And all your skills, as well as those of countless other hardened killers, you could never hope to defeat me. Wahaha. I wait for you at the mountainside Coliseum where we will not be disturbed. I've sent a map to your cell phone. The area is completely deserted at night. Wait for nightfall and then come. I don't need you to answer, Kiryu. Listen well, if you fail to come, one person you love will die every month. If you would rather live with that guilt, sadness, and fear, you're welcome to. But know that once everyone you love is gone, it'll come after every person who's ever known you. It will snuff out the life of one person every month that you flay 2 gutters out. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry for helping him, Kiryu-san. I know the way he was playing. It's not your fault, the Zumon is. But what are you going to do? How can you fight that monster? He knows everything you do. You already said I have no choice. Well, I wish you Godspeed, Kiryu-san. Remember, this is the game. If you lose, it's over. You be prepared, get prepared. Not that I should have to tell you that. I know. I'll wait for you, Kiryu-san. Really good news. I will. Alright. So, what a lore dump. So, the thing is, despite Yakuza 3... Yakuza 3 has the most annoying way to unlock Amon, but it also has the strange benefit of having the most developed story behind why Joe Amon is coming after Kiryu this time around. Like, Yakuza Kiwami, it was just so saying, it's a prequel, we need to get Kiryu invested in the Amon destiny, and whatever. That's goofy, but it's not really a story. And obviously Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 is just, I've come for the man who didn't defeat me 17 years ago, and I've come to take vengeance on you for defeating me 17 years ago, Kiryu. But that's not super important right now. What is what I've done to prepare. I've got both the Dragon Mail and the Dragon Flask Vest. Now, they both have 14 physical defense, which is fine. But the thing that the reason I want both of them is because they have interchangeable blade and gun defense. Amon's fight comes in two phases. The first will be using bladed weaponry against us, which is why we are going to be using the Dragon Mail first. And the second phase will be when he uses firearms, which is when we'll switch to the mail. Basically, we'll be covered no matter what he does. The rest of my equipment is pretty interesting. One item in particular is very interesting, but you'll see what that is about when I get around to it. Amon, show yourself. Welcome, Kazuma Kiryu. How's the trip here? Enjoy the scenery? Enough to chat. I have some questions for you. Oh? You don't seem to kill for business or even for pleasure, so what do you hope to gain by killing me? What are your plans if you do beat me? I want answers, Amon. Why are you so hellbent on fighting me to death? That's what you wanted to ask? How naive. What does a dead man care about the future? But I'll answer you regardless. The essential nature of living creatures is to tear each other down. One cannot live without taking another's life. In fact, it's the core of our very being. We of the Amon clan seek our mission as the pursuit and mastery of this vocation. It's also our personal mandate as we seek to become the most powerful life forms on Earth. From birth, we were placed among carnage and are forced to kill or be killed. Our skills are honed not to stroke a petty ego, but to survive another day on the battlefield. Defeat for us means the end of our lives. Thus, if we wish to take another breath, others must be snuffed out. The only good is life, the only evil, death. However, there is one thing in our clan considers a worse evil than death, and that's for the defeated to live on in weakness. Or his or her. Their works too. How progressive of you. Kazuma Kiryu, you defeated me, yet you left me clinging to a miserable existence. Your act of allowing me to live is folly and a mortal sin in the eyes of my clan. My eyes, you, Kazuma Kiryu, are the strongest life form. As long as you remain alive, it cannot truly be complete. And that is the answer to your questions. Alright, I think I understand, but say your life, I think, is way off. Way off, but actually, yeah, Yakuza 3 probably has the most interesting characterization for Joe Amon out of all the games, honestly. It's just so developed, really. Then again, it kind of had to be, because 3 was supposed to be the point where the writing actually... You claim killing is your clan's mandate, but if that's your only motivation, someone else's ideology, then you know better than an animal. What? You may insist on taking life, but I insist on protecting it. On living without running away. That's the same mandate that was taught to me. I was wondering how you'd respond. Everything you said is completely incomprehensible, but don't take it personally. Ooh, ninja. I think we've done enough philosophizing. Words will not suffice here. Only the clashing of muscle and bone can determine our fate. You won't escape me alive. Very well. I require no responses from you. Prepare yourself, Kiryu. Oh boy. Okay. Essence of fighting drunk. Yeah, if you're wondering how I did that, take a good look at Kiryu. Notice that he's irradiating with power. Yeah, this fight is... Right, so I'll explain that. One of my equipments is called the War God Amulet. But basically, it lets you use heat actions regardless of the status of your health gauge. And we finally got done with that phase, so... How appropriate to lose the most basic of my heat moves, Joe. Like, I came in here in my goddamn Hawaiian t-shirt because all you did was interrupt my vacation. Hurry up and kill me. Told you already. That's not how I do things. Oh, really? What if I told you I'll murder every last loved one you hold dear in the condition you leave me alive? I won't let that happen. Then you got to end it right here, right now. Just get it over with. That won't happen. And why not? Look, I don't live by your principles. If you want to live by some ancient barbaric code of honor, then fine. You'll just have to come at me again when you're stronger. And there's no need to get innocent people involved. I'll take you head on whenever you want and win. That's all I have to say. Alright then, I'm leaving. Back. Whoa, that was fast. Great Scott, you beat him? So is Amon dead? No, he's still alive. What? Kiryu-san, you let him live? He'll just come after you again. Maybe, but I don't plan to let him turn me into a murderer. Besides, if he does come back, I can just beat him again. You're an amazing man, Kazuma Kiryu. You really are some kind of, what do you say, experienced beast. Watch who you're calling a beast. Oh, no, it wasn't me. That's what Amon called you. What do you mean by that? He said your greatest strength is your ability to build off your experiences, make yourself stronger at an almost preternatural rate. I suppose that made you a beast in Amon's eyes. To watching you fighting the IF-7, I'm starting to understand what he was talking about. In any case, I'm glad everything worked out. I doubt Amon will be back anytime soon, and maybe now, my life will be back to normal too. What do you plan to do now? The president of the game company has been chasing me for some time, trying to get me to sign up with them. I'm finally in a position where I can take him up on it. It's a small company, but I'm ready for a fresh start. I see. But until then, I'll be here, at least for a little while longer. Stop by anytime. I wouldn't mind watching one of your programs again, either. Alright, I just might do that. Substory completionist. Congratulations, Kazuma, you complete all the substories. You can't help but get involved in everything that happens around you, can you? Right. Now I've got to run back to Bob without getting into a random fight. And I can equip our ultimate prize here. Oh boy. Oh boy. A golden pistol. $800 attack. Never runs out of bullets. Alright then, let's check this out. But remember, every time we complete one of the completion rewards, we get Kaoru Sayama to send us a PM with some sort of comment related to the fact that we completed one of the main objectives. And for beating Amon, we get the ultimate gun. Yeah, that weapon of yours is fierce. And that's all I really have for Yakuza 3. I'm never going to get the platinum for this game, but it's a whatever thing. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching another Amon beatdown. It was pretty hectic there, but I had fun. Enjoy the sights of your leisure, everyone, because the Yakuza 4 fight is next. Oh boy, I can't wait for that one.